All right, so we have some. I ain't gonna even say that. Fuck it, we just gonna do it. We don't even need no introduction to what.
Celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I hate hip hop. I think the worst thing that happened to the black community was hip hop. I'm old enough to remember 50 years. I'm 62. I'm old enough to remember what black folk looked like before hip hop. Before hip hop, we pulled our pants up. Before hip hop, you didn't see a man's drawers walk around in public. Before hip hop, our women didn't draw all over their bodies, tattoo all over themselves. Before hip hop, our singers didn't sing songs calling our women female dogs, chicken heads, skeezers, and the women didn't call themselves that.
Hookers.
Before hip hop. Praise the Lord. It was before hip hop when Aretha Franklin said, "You make me feel like a natural woman." That was before hip hop. Since hip hop, he make me feel like I'm a female dog.
That was the beatboxing.
Here we go.
Right, we didn't need that.
We went
didn't need
down. Down. Look at how we dress. Down. Look at how we walk. Down. This is how we talk. Down. And people celebrating that. And see, some of you sisters, you're not 50, so you were born in being called. You think that's the way it has always been. You were born in being called female dogs in the music. So you were born with the music putting you down. Ain't nobody singing to you, my.
That was deep. Now, I will say,
Wow, Unc was up there preaching.
he a preacher. So there you go.
Unc was up there preaching.
I should have known he was a preacher by the gold chain.
This nigga stupid. Let me ask you this. Before you get into it, do you agree? Yes or no?
Mostly.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I agree too. But go ahead.
The reason why I said mostly, I think hip hop itself is not bad. I think the way it's been used has been inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because most things in life are tools, right? So you could take a fork,
You could eat
or you could take a fork
and stab somebody.
Correct.
Right.
It's a tool. It's how you use the tool. That was like a kind of silly example, but
No, it makes sense.
right. But so I don't think hip hop itself is bad. I think the best way to monetize hip hop has to been use it in a degrading way.
Right.
Because like I've said this before on podcasts. You've had conscious rap artists like Common and stuff.
Yeah.
Where they at now?
Common was just at Red Bull BC1. He was performing.
Right. But he's not on the radio.
He's not going to stream because of what he's talking about.
Right.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Right. So he uses the same hip hop.
Kendrick is more of a conscious rapper.
Yeah, but Kendrick also have he conscious.
He's an artist. He's more of a conscious.
Yeah.
He ain't talking about. He's not promoting anything.
I'm trying to think of the songs like
Humble, bitch. Humble, sit down.
Yeah, that one. But is another one on that same.
Get it out. Get it out.
It's another one on that same album where he talked about if you gotta slap somebody.
If I gotta slap at, I'm gonna make it look sexy.
Yeah.
If I gotta go hard on it, I'm gonna make it look sexy.
That's not.
Pull
that's
up,
not
how
conscious.
Yeah, it is. You gotta listen to it.
I get how it could be seen as conscious, but it's just the words he's using to get his message across aren't positive. And why?
Because as you gotta listen to the album. Because it's all storyline based. So it's a story. That's why it's like if you hear it out of context, yes, it's gonna sound like that.
Right.
But I guess I get what you're saying.
But and this is gonna make me sound crazy, but I'm gonna say it on air, and I know this is gonna come back to bite me in the butt at some day.
Uh-oh, you sure you want to say it?
I'm gonna say it.
All right.
Um, you have to be able to understand what the storyline is for it to make sense and for it to be conscious. Right? Because when I listen to music, I need something that's more obvious. I'm not trying to look for deep meaning in music. It's a passive thing for me, right?
So that's more of a preference because some people like deep.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is there a way to make hip hop where whether it's deep or not, it still sounds positive versus you got to listen to the whole album for it to sound positive?
Chance the Rapper tried to do it, and he ain't sold no records since.
That's what I'm talking about. That's like, so it's
Because
just,
nobody really wants you to be like straightforward with those type of messages. You know, like
why not? I do.
yeah, but the masses don't. Because it just sound corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to figure out a way to convey it. But I do agree with you. But going back to this video, OG lying. He lying like a mug.
What?
He lying. He just sat up here and did a whole sermon about hip hop. But we got a song called Pusher Man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the front, I'm the bottom
Yeah.
in the city.
Oh, wait. The Isley Brothers was the worst.
Like it wasn't hip hop, but they had them songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where it just wasn't as abrasive. It just wasn't as direct.
It wasn't as it in your face.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't extreme, I guess you could say.
Right.
But they had it. Let's not act like shootouts happen only when hip hop came around, because they was doing that in the 60s and the 70s and the gang started. And it's
Right.
Let's be real.
Well, I think
Go ahead. I get where he's trying to go and what he's trying to say, because it has gotten worse over the years. But let's not act like hip hop is what started it, because they was killing each other in suits back in the day. Let's be real. Like,
true.
They had suits back in the day.
American Gangster.
Right. They had suits back in the day. Like, let's be real.
We've heard stories.
Yeah, I know. That's the I know. So I'm like, dog, like let's not, just because you don't understand it, let's not put the whole blame on hip hop, because hip hop didn't start off that way. Like you said, it kind of started away and then it took a left turn somewhere. And now we are here where we are. But like you said, there
Gangster rap.
Yeah, there are people who do. There's conscious rap is still out there.
Very much so.
Positive music is still out there.
Right. And you know it's crazy, like how you were talking about. I kind of see what you're saying about Kendrick's album now.
Yeah.
I think for conscious rap to really land, you have to be vibrating on a different wavelength. Right. And a lot of the hip hop that's out today is a lot easier to understand because it is so direct.
And if you really look deep into it, I think it's the lowest, whatever that lower chakra is, those 808s, those drums, those beat patterns, I've read something that they unlock a chakra that's I forgot, but it, like you said, it's on a different frequency, and those frequencies that is just living on, it makes you do other stuff. It doesn't give you a high level of, like, happy music, it sounds light, it sounds airy, it sounds very colorful, and then like the other type of music, it sounds heavy, low, a lot of bass, a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like a perfect example. 808s and Heartbreaks with Kanye. Like, it's very, because when his mom passed away, it's very low, it's very bass, it's very dark, it's very, and it could take you there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not a graduation, Kanye.
Right. Perfect. Fuck you, nigga. It's not.
And I wonder
if you know what it means to find your dreams come true. But it's not that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think a lot of hip hop that we hear in mainstream is very low vibrational.
You know what's also interesting about mainstream hip hop, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't done enough research on these artists. I haven't watched enough interviews with these artists, right? even though gangster rap and a lot of the older hip hop that started going down that path that he's talking about, a lot of those artists were still very, very, very intelligent.
Yeah, look at Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, even
Snoop
Little
Dogg.
Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne.
Jay-Z, all these.
It goes, the list goes.
Right. So they're still very intelligent because the way they put it together, it's out there in your face.
Future raps about drugs, and he don't even do drugs. Ain't that some shit? Like, Young Jeezy talk about trapping, but he sent his son to college. They not.
Are there any artists out there that you think aren't on those same vibrations as those people we
There's a
named?
lot of dummies out there. There's a lot of crash dummies out there. The ones that's all killing each other, deleting each other. Sorry, I'll bleep that out. The ones that's all deleting each other. The drill, most of the drill rap scene.
So,
They like to talk about their ops and they like to live. I don't have any ops. Let's say that. I am not in the hood. I don't want to be in the hood. I love going places to where I feel like I don't have to look over my shoulder.
bro, that's nice.
I love going into clubs by myself. Why? Because I can get in, because I know everybody. I ain't got 100 dudes behind me that smell like weed and breath stank and they need gum and pants hanging all half off their ass. Like, I don't got time to deal. They can't get in, so I got to leave with them. No, I don't want to deal with that. I don't have time.
Our
I
patience.
love being a civilian.
Bro.
I love going to the places by myself.
I just like to stay out the way.
And then it feels good to just walk in and you see people you know. You can say hi, what's up? You conversating, you chit chatting, you congregating with your people. Like, it's a beautiful feeling. Why do you want to be a street dude so bad to where you got to be in the house and you can't go to certain places because you afraid that your life may be taken from you? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, to be used to be in that, to be where I'm at today, you think like, oh, it's like you tying a horse to a chair, a portable chair, tying under this chair and telling him not to move. He just so used to being tied to the chair, he don't move when he could really just take the chair with him. That's kind of like that mentality. That's how I look at it. So, hip hop is it's there, but it's the real hip hop is there.
Yeah. The real hip hop is there, and it's also understanding the people who have longevity in hip hop don't do certain things.
They elevate.
Yeah, they
Even
elevate.
if they start doing something, they end up in a different Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
He started this, and now look where he's at. He went from the Blueprint to 444.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or who else elevated? I say Kendrick is still more on the same.
I think Snoop Dogg.
Snoop elevated. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still talk about his where he grew up and stuff, but he's like elevated into it. Ice Cube was elevated from what he used to write about to making family movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your evolution. Like, you got to evolve with your time. Like, you can't just be one way your whole life. Like, even though when you in the streets, you're involved in the streets, sometimes you really be so deep into it, ain't no other way out.
Hey, yeah, I think a lot of times when you get into certain things, you can't get out. I'll liken the streets to a career path, right? So seriously,
Career day, what you want to be, a hood nigga?
I mean,
I mean, they don't say it, but
right. Well, so when you start out in a career, you start out in an entry level position.
right.
Then you get maybe a specialist position.
Right.
Then you get this position.
Right.
And then you go up the ladder, right? And then 15 years in, you're like, I want to do something different. But now you start looking at jobs in different fields. Well, you're not qualified for the level you're at now. So you're not going to make nearly as much money.
Right.
So you got to start over.
That's the only way.
But sometimes you can't start over because now you have all.
I don't want you to put that out there. If you live in a street life,
well, let me rephrase it.
you gotta. So in order for you to really, really
You got to
get
start
out,
over.
you have to move out of your state.
All or your hemisphere, maybe.
You have to move out of. You have to change your mentality.
Yeah, you got to get
First.
away.
You got to change here first, because you can move and still be
Yeah,
in here in the hood, and then you just repeating the same cycle.
rinse and repeat.
Change your mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Grab you and your family and move out of state. And don't move to another state in another hood, because that is not the answer. You got to move somewhere in a middle class, you know what I'm saying, just not in nobody's
Change your
hood.
environment.
Change your environment.
Yeah, that's basically what you're saying. Change your environment.
But we ain't preaching. OG was right. Hip hop. I think hip hop has had a bigger hit on the black community than any other
Form of music.
Yeah, because the hip hop came with a lot of culture, from not even just music, just like way people talk, like you said, way people walk, dress,
hats,
everything. Yeah, I don't, you know what I'm saying. Hold on, wait, we're not gonna do tattoos because there's a lot of people in like a lot of islanders.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I can use that word. Yeah, islanders. They have tribal tattoos and stuff.
I also heard that once you get a tattoo, it's hard not to get more.
Yeah,
that's why I haven't got one. Oh.
I put it like this. Remember when you was like, oh shit, a cyber truck. I want one.
I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah, I went that way.
Okay.
Remember when I was like, he's like, oh, I bought these shoes, cousin. I'm like, oh, watch, you gonna buy hella shoes. You was like, no, this, that.
No, you said I was gonna start buying them full price. I have not done that yet.
No, I said you was gonna start buying them. I said you gonna get addicted to shoes. I did the same thing. I didn't buy my shoes at full price. I got a lot of my shoes on sale too.
Right, but then you said I'm gonna start buying different outfits and all that.
Okay, but the first part was correct because you bought one, and one ended up being two ended up being three, and then three ended up being you came back with 10 pairs. Right. So
I got some ones from AliExpress on the way right now.
For real? You love hey, get it how you live. Get it how you live, pimp.
I got some steel toe sneakers from AliExpress.
Why do you don't even work in an environment you need steel toe shoes. You don't even be in an environment you need steel toe shoes.
When I lift weights.
You
drop a weight on my toe.
You that clumsy?
I mean, might not be me. Might be somebody else clumsy.
Why are you lifting weights next to?
Sometimes I can't control who's in the gym.
That's crazy. But anyways, you got anything else to say about this video?
I think we stopped talking about this video about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you're right. Hip hop is not just you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we gotta do a video on our comments.
Oh yeah, that's funny. All right. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We out.